Hello. Hi. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday from Australia. All right. So, welcome to another IELTS Journey with Fabi. Okay. So, this is a special edition of the IELTS Journey with Fabi. This is a warm up for the workshop IELTS Booster. All right. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, on Monday, on the 1st of July, we're going to have the first lesson for the workshop IELTS Booster. And in this workshop, I will tell you the way to get a score you need on the IELTS test and on the test only once. Okay. If you haven't joined the workshop yet, just type join. If you're on Instagram, go to the comments and write join, JOIN, and you'll be able to join the workshop. Okay. You get an email from me, sorry, a message from me, and then you put in your email and you will be able to join. All right. And make sure you join the WhatsApp group because in the WhatsApp group, you get all the information for the workshop. And we also have some special lives. I don't know if you guys joined last night. It was pretty cool. All right. So in the evenings, I'm doing a special live. Okay. And in this special live, we have some special content to get you even more ready or even readier for the workshop that starts on Monday. But you only get the link in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And also, another thing, if you want to watch these workshops, if you want to watch these lives, make sure that you watch until Sunday because they're only going to be available up until Sunday. They're not going to be available after that. All right, goody goody. Okay, so let's start. Today we will be talking about um, the blind spot of your IELTS journey. Okay, so I don't know if you know what a blind spot is, but a blind spot is probably a mistake that you can't quite see. That maybe you need someone else to tell you what's going on, okay? That you can see from where you're standing. That's the kind of blind spot means. So, the blind spot when it comes to your IELTS journey is definitely your weaknesses. Okay, your weaknesses. So, finding out your weaknesses. Okay, so when you when you're studying for the IELTS test, all right, your main objective is to get the score you need, right? But to get there, you have to do a few things to be able to get the score you need. So when you do that, one of the things that you have to think about are your weaknesses. Because if you improve your weaknesses, then you will be able to get the score you need, right? However, lots of people they get a little bit stuck on that, especially because they can't recognize their own weaknesses. Okay, so for example, when I talk about weaknesses, okay, I want you to see the difference between weaknesses and mistakes. Okay, so when it comes to a mistake is okay. Let's think about mistakes on the IELTS test, right? So a mistake is when you do something, okay, and then you go and you say, "Oh, this is wrong." That's a mistake. All right. However, a weakness is why did you make that mistake? That's a weakness. Weakness. Yeah, weakness. All right. That's a weakness. Why you made that mistake. So we have to start thinking about that. The difference between a mistake and a weakness. A mistake is not a weakness. A mistake is a sign of weakness. Because lots of people, they just think that a mistake is a weakness, but it's not. It's a sign. So you have to know why. What is your weakness? That's why you're making that mistake. And that's something that people don't take the time to analyze. Okay. And we're going to talk more about this today. Okay. So uh, the difference between weaknesses and strengths sounds quite obvious, right? So, your weakness is something that you don't do very well. Your strength is something that you do quite well. Correct? Yes. But please don't think I'm negative because today we're focusing on weaknesses. Okay. I do think that when we improve, the fact that we are working to improve our weaknesses is a sign of strength. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Being able to recognize something you're not very good at and taking the time to improve it, I think this is actually a strength. Okay. So when you are analyzing, okay, your scores for the IELTS test, maybe you can put, oh, these are my strengths, this is what I do well, weaknesses, something I don't do as well. And maybe you can put under strength, recognizing my weaknesses. All right. Because this is something that you have to think about. Okay. And remember, your strengths will move you forward, your weaknesses will keep you stuck. And on your IELTS journey, you want to move forward to the score you need. But if you don't notice your weaknesses, you will be stuck. You won't be able to progress. All right. So that's something that I see a lot of people ignoring. Okay. So I, as I told you before, I've been helping people with the IELTS test for many, many years. And something very common. Well, I got a message last week saying, "Hey, Fabi, I've done the test 5 times and I still can't get my score." The first thing that comes to my mind is this person doesn't know her weaknesses. This person doesn't know what he or she is doing wrong. That's why they can't progress. All right. So that's something that you have to think about in your IELTS journey. And that's why we're here today to talk about something that people don't really look at. Okay. So when we talk about strengths and weaknesses, we have lots of contexts for this kind of thing. But today we're gonna talk about for the IELTS test. Okay, for the IELTS test specifically, and I'm going to share with you some of these weaknesses. Okay, and maybe you can think about yourself, you can identify and start thinking about your own weaknesses. Okay, so one thing that I see a lot, okay, is your English level. For some people, their main weakness is their English level. All right. But sometimes you have a low English level and you try to compensate with something else. And that can be a big, big problem. Okay. So when we think about your English level, okay, we have to think about, okay, so this is probably my weakness. Okay. I know how the test works and I can get the score I need. Probably my problem is my English. Okay. And then you have another task. Once you notice that, you have another task. What's your next task? Find out what your weaknesses are in English. Because if you are doing the IELTS test, you can get the score you need, but you're kind of almost there. It means your level of English is not too bad. But then you have to think about, okay, what is my weakness in my English? What do I have to improve in my English? All right. When it comes to all the topics that I know. All right. So can you see? So we have to narrow down. Okay. So, okay, this is my problem. Okay. But what is my problem within the problem? All right. Because if you can do that, okay, how many times have you made the exact same mistake? Same mistake. Same mistake. Okay. So one mistake I see, for example, lots of people making, it would be, for example, I'm agree. People don't say I agree, they say I'm agree. Do you make that mistake? So you have to find out, oh my God, this is a mistake, but why am I making this mistake? It's your weakness now. It's a mistake that has become your weakness. And then you have to find out why. Why am I making this mistake? What is wrong with it? What's the correct way? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. All right. That's it. So that's how you work. So that's one type of weakness you can have when it comes to the IELTS test, your English. Okay. Another one that I see a lot would be you're trying for the IELTS test, you always get the same score, and then you just can get it. But your English is pretty good. So your weakness probably your strategies. You just don't know how the test works. Okay? So you have to think about your strategies. Sounds very simple, right? Sounds very, yeah, my strategies. Okay, I'll work on my strategies. Which ones? Which part? Which question? All right. So then again, we go and we narrow down. Okay, this is my problem. And that's what I have to do. This is it. Okay. So for example, when it comes to the listening part, okay, guys, if you okay, let me go back a little bit. As I told you before, okay, I believe in analyzing your scores. All right. So if you've done a test and you haven't analyzed the test, okay, I don't think you finished the test. So let's say that you've done a test and you took the time to analyze it, and you analyze your test, and then you go ahead and you see, oh my God, I got this part wrong. Interesting. And then you do another one, you go, oh, I got the same part wrong. That's your weakness. And then you have to create a plan to improve that. Because if you're lucky, maybe you're not going to get that part on the day of the test. But if you only get that part, because that can happen, maybe your problem is with one specific type of question and you get that specific type of question throughout the test, you're not going to get a high score. Okay. So that's why it's important to know. Okay. When it comes, for example, to reading, okay, what is your weakness when it comes to reading? If you don't find out your weakness, you will always get the same score. That's why I think this is the secret, let's say, because so many people they're not improving. And the main reason they don't improve because they don't know where they're doing wrong. And that's what you have to do. Okay? When it comes, for example, to writing, writing is the most important one. But the worst thing about the writing, okay, or the best thing about the writing is that actually you need someone to look at it for you. You need someone to check it and let you know how you're doing. You need it because you can do it by yourself sometimes. You're not able to do it just because, you wrote it, um, how many times, for example, you said something to someone and the person said, oh, did you say this? And you go, no, I didn't. But yeah, you did. Did I? Did I say that? Yeah, you did. So sometimes we make mistakes. We do things because we're focusing so much on writing or focusing so much on speaking, answering the question that we don't notice. Okay. And the main problem with mistakes, guys, that sometimes people can misunderstand you. Okay. And mistakes on the IELTS test, when it comes to getting a 7 or more, okay, the examiners expect you to make few mistakes. Because if you make a lot of mistakes, they won't consider you an advanced speaker, unfortunately. So you have to focus, okay? And as I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again, most people who can't get the 7 is because they have to improve their grammar. They're making the same silly mistakes over and over again. And that's your weakness. Okay. So your weakness, your grammar mistake. Okay. But then what are these mistakes? Which grammar do you have to improve? That's what you need to know. And same goes for speaking. Okay. Some people, they are extremely fluent. But then they go to the outside and they don't get a high score. Why? Why? You have to know why, what you're getting wrong, what your mistake is. You have to think about it and you have to work on it. Of course, you have to work on it and then go ahead and try to improve that. Okay. Uh, and then when I talk to people, right? And again, and that's a requirement in my course with my students, right? So every time my students they do a test, a practice test, they can't do another test before they analyze the test they just finished. Okay, why? Um, when you finish a test, the only thing you want to do is check your answers, see the score you got, close the book, put it in the drawer, and come back tomorrow. You just want to know your score. You just want to know your score. However, that's not what's going to get you your score. That's not. You do a test. Oh, okay, I got a 6. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. No one wants to take the time to analyze their mistakes, their score, their own um, progress. Okay. So you have to go over it. You have to see where are my mistakes? Why did I make that mistake? And no one wants to take the time to do that because it takes time. It's not like you do a test, close your book. Oh, let me do another one. Let me do another one. I'm going to tell you what happens. Okay. So this person doesn't want to check the test, right? So this person will do a test. Let's say do a listening test. Listening's quick, right? Press play. Na, 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 na. Finish the test. 6. Okay. I'll do another one. Da, 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 da. 6. Okay, another one. Da, 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 da. 6. Oh my God, only 6. I'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, da, 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 da. 6. Okay. So you know those books that I recommend, they have 4 tests. So the person has done all the tests and still a 6. Okay. Now, the best thing you can do for yourself is do the test. All right, you do the test. Finish your test. Check your score. Go over the test. You should go over the test and check. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? What was the problem? Where did I get stuck? That's another thing. Sometimes you just get stuck and you don't know why. And then think, oh, right, okay, cool. Now I know. And then you do another test. You improve half a point. And you do the same. And then you do another test and you improve another half a point. So can you see that it's funny because when we think about analyzing our scores, it looks like we're wasting time, but we are actually saving time. We are saving time. When we go slowly, we are saving time. That's why I tell you guys, if you want to get your score for the IELTS test before the end of the year, now is the time to start. You don't want to do, especially if you need a high score, you don't want to do the IELTS test in a hurry. You don't. You really, really don't want to do it in a hurry because then you don't have the time to check your weaknesses. And you will be that person who do the test multiple times and will always get the same score. All right. So think about that. Okay. I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to tell you again. All right. Last year in December, people were just going crazy because they needed the score by January, but they hadn't started. And don't think that someone told them, "Oh, you need the score next week, okay?" No, they told them, "You need the score next year. You need a score in 6 months." Okay? So I really really don't want you guys to be one of these people. So start as soon as you can if you're thinking about doing the IELTS test, okay? If you're thinking about achieving it before the end of the year. Think about it. Start today. now. Okay, just by watching this not enough. Don't think that because you're watching this you're starting your IELTS journey. No, no, no. You only start your IELTS journey when you start studying. Okay, when you start applying strategies, when you start improving your English. Okay, going to the workshop next week, yes. If you go to the IELTS booster workshop, yes, you're starting your journey. Watching this, no. This is just information about the test. Don't think that this is going to help you. Okay, it's going to give you an idea, but this is not enough. All right, that's something I have to tell you. You're here with me to know more about the test, but just by watching this live, you might not improve your score. You might not get the score you need. You need more, way, way more. Okay, are we good? If you go to Instagram and I do this, Instagram's no, wait. Instagram is not doing the thing anymore. Okay, just the thing. All right, YouTube doesn't do anything. It's okay. Okay, goody goody. So today we're talking about weaknesses, okay, which to me is a blind spot. People can't get the score they need because of their weaknesses, but the main problem is they don't know where they are. They don't know where they are, and that's why they just can't focus on it. Okay? So, just so you know, if you're watching me now, if you haven't joined the workshop IELTS Booster yet, please join. It starts on Monday. You don't have a lot of time left. Okay, it starts on Monday. So just type join in the comments. Okay, and please join the WhatsApp group. You will receive lots of information through the WhatsApp group. Okay, so we talked about today already about the difference between weaknesses and strengths. Okay, and also that the fact that a mistake is not a weakness. A mistake is a sign of weakness. So we look at the mistake and we have to find out what your actual weakness is. Okay, that's something that we have to think about. Okay, and we talked about the weaknesses when it comes to the IELTS test. Okay, so what are these weaknesses? It can be your English, it can be your strategies, it can be one specific part of the test, one specific part of the listening test. Okay, so it's funny because there's so much there. So, okay, my weakest part is reading. Okay, all right, which part of the reading? Part three. Okay, what? One specific type of question? Yes. Okay. And then we improve that. You see, so many things. So many things. That's why you have to start early. Okay, guys. All right. Okay. Now let's think about, okay, why should we be spending our time focusing on our weaknesses, trying to improve them? When we focus on our weaknesses, when we know we're doing wrong, when we know what we are doing wrong, we make a plan to improve that. And when we improve that, we improve our score. Okay. And like I said before, it's funny because if we focus on our weaknesses, we have to take the time to analyze it and check what's wrong and make a plan. And that sounds like a lot of time. That actually sounds like a waste of time. You have no idea how many people I tell, okay, you have to check your test. No, I don't want to do it. No, takes too long. Okay, takes too long. But if you don't do that, it will take you even longer to get your score. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Okay, we're not wasting time. We are taking the time to analyze things so we can save time in the future. All right. You can improve 1 point in 1 week if you narrow down your weaknesses. Of course, you need some specific strategies, which I don't have time to talk about. Okay. Once you narrow it down, of course, then you need special strategies. Okay. And unfortunately, some people they can't narrow down themselves. I'm a teacher. Okay, I'm a teacher and I've been helping people with the outside forever. So I am able to look at someone's test and go, okay, this is your problem, this is your problem, this is what you have to do. I'm very good at that. Because and then I tell you, and then you go ahead and you improve that. Okay. And I teach my students to do that by themselves too. So they can analyze their own mistakes and they can improve by themselves. All right. Because that's something that I see every day, guys. The people who can't improve are the people who don't know what they're doing wrong. Okay. They just book test after test after test, do test after test after test, and they can get the score they need. All right. Because they don't know what they're doing wrong. Okay. This is an eye opener. You're like, oh my God. Now I have to analyze my test. Yes, you do. All the time. All the time. Okay. Cool. And it's funny. I think what one of the funniest things when it comes to this process is that you feel like you're going slowly. You feel like you're slow because you do the test and then you analyze it and then you take notes and then you see everything. Then you think about your strategies and you think about and like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then your improvement is so quick after you do that. So quick. So quick. And that's something that most people don't know because they've never tried. Okay. Maybe what I'm telling you today is not new, but I bet you will be because there's still so many people getting in touch with me saying that they don't know what they're doing wrong. Okay. So think about that. Okay. Any questions for me today? Any questions about the IELTS test, about the workshop? Any questions? Nope. No questions today. That's awesome. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Guys, you can always send me a message. Okay. Direct message on Instagram. Oh my God, Instagram. And you can, someone saying hello, hello. And you can also write, you can watch this on YouTube. Okay. Okay, someone said first time here. I'm just looking and learning. Cool. Part of the test would be speaking. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Part of the test. Yeah. Speaking. I think speaking is one that we really have to think about our weaknesses because it's so fast, right? It's so fast, and people they do the test, right? And it's so quick. So you really have to think about your weaknesses, okay? And then someone said on YouTube, do you have a course? Yes, I do have a course. Okay, yeah. So to know more about the course, and so I don't know if you've joined the workshop, IELTS Booster. Okay, so if you're watching me on YouTube, there is a link there too on YouTube. If not, you can go to Instagram. All right. Yes, there is a course. I'll tell you more about the course later next week. Okay. And where am I from? I'm from Brazil. I'm originally from Brazil, but I live in Brisbane, Australia. I've been here for about 13 years now. Long time, long time. Okay, another one. I hope you're having a nice day. My day just started, but I'm bet you'll be a great day. It would be a great day. You have a nice day too, Patrick. You have a nice day too. Any other questions for me, guys? Any questions? Let me check. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. No. Yeah. So I just joined, but I would like to know uh, if you teach people personally. I'm interested in improving my English. You mean private classes? I don't do a lot of private classes at the moment. Okay. But you can send me a message on the on Instagram, okay? But I have a course, okay? Are you interested in the IELTS test? What is your interest? Okay, you can send me a message, okay? Academic test for immigration. Yeah, so that would Yeah, you can do the academic one for immigration. Okay. Lusa. You can do the academic test for immigration. Yeah, but you can also do the general test. Okay. I personally don't think that usually people tend to get the same score. Okay. If you know how both tests work, okay, you can do either or. Okay. But I know that if you are going to study, you cannot do the general one. No, no, no. All right. Okay. What is the difference? Okay. So with the IELTS academic, okay, so we have IELTS academic, which is for people who want to study abroad, and we have IELTS general, which is for people who want to live abroad, okay, for immigration purposes. So if you're doing the IELTS test because immigration asked you, okay, you will do the general. If you're doing the IELTS because the university asked you to do it, you're going to do the academic. Listening and speaking are the same. Okay? So are the same. But then when it comes to the reading and writing part, they are different. All right? So when it comes to the reading for academic, you're going to have 3 long texts. When it comes to the reading for general, you're going to have the first part, 2 short texts, second part, 2 medium-sized texts, and the third part, 1 long text. But be careful if you're when you are doing the reading, okay? Just make sure you check the scores in the correct way because the scoring is different. Okay? The scoring is very different. And the writing part is also different. You have 2 parts, okay? Part 2 is very similar, almost the same, but part 1 for the academic is you have to describe a picture. Could be a map, a chart, and for the general, it's an email, okay, a letter. Okay, so that's the difference. All right, good. There's a question on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So my exam is really close. What kind of tips do you give? 11th of July. Yeah. So have you been studying? My tip would be focus on your weaknesses, check your weaknesses. That would be my tip. And study hard. I don't know if you've started studying yet. Yeah, it's very soon. It's very soon. What, 2 weeks? I'm one of my students, she's doing the test today. She started studying with me 4 months ago, and she's doing the test today. All right. And I'm sure she's going to get the score she needs 100%. 100%. Yeah. Okay. So my tip would be start studying as soon as you can. All right. Yeah. But just making sure you know your weaknesses. Okay. I don't know how much practice you have been doing. It's hard for me to help you now because you have only 2 weeks left. Okay. There was a question here on Instagram that I missed. What is the first step to teach IELTS? To teach IELTS? Well, are you a teacher, Matthias? Are you a teacher? Did you mean teach or learn? If you're talking about teaching, if you're talking about becoming a teacher, an IELTS teacher, I would say try the test yourself. Study for the test yourself. Yeah, it's the best thing you can do. I've done the test. I do the test sometimes. Yeah. So I don't do as many tests nowadays because basically I've done lots of tests and the tests I use with my students I've done already. So yeah, but every now and again I will do it, just to check because I really want to feel what you guys feel. And if I think something's difficult, let alone you guys, you probably think it's difficult too. So that's a way for me to prepare. Okay. So yeah. So if you are thinking about teaching IELTS, first thing you have to do, take the test. Definitely. Okay, any more questions here? So I'm making a course. Yes, I have a course. Yes, I have a course. And I will open enrollment soon. Okay. So I don't know if guys, if you want to know more about the course, everything, you can join the workshop. Okay. There'll be information there too about the workshop in the workshop. Okay. Yeah. And Matthias is a teacher. Yes. So Matthias, I think the best thing you can do is to You've done it. Okay. So, well, my recommendation, Matthias, would be if you really want to teach IELTS, it would be just think about your own experience. Yeah. Think about your experience. Yeah. But again, not only think about your experience, but try to help your students. Think about your students. That's what I do every day. I think about you guys. I think about what you guys need. Okay. Yeah. All right, Matthias. And then Luisa said, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Then someone said, my mock test was listening 7, reading 6.5, writing 5, and speaking 7. Yeah. Yeah. So you already know your weaknesses, right? Would be reading and writing. So I don't know what score you need. I don't know what score you need. If I join the course, can I talk with you live? Oh yeah. In my course, yes, we have weekly live lessons, of course. Yeah. You can always talk to me in my course. Of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, but I think my course, I think I will open enrollment. When is it? I think it's the day of your test. Send me a message later. Yeah. Yeah, but again, so based on your mock test, I think that yeah, it would be 6.5. Yeah, you have to work on your reading and writing. So can you see how interesting it is because you're getting 7 in listening and speaking, right? Listening and speaking. You're getting a 7. So listening and speaking are your strengths, but then you have to work on your reading and writing. What score do you need? Are you doing it academic or general? Academic or general? What are you doing? Because um Mauricio asked, "It's 7 a good grade?" 7 overall in each part means that your English is academic. Okay. But with the IELTS test, a little bit difficult to say what score is good, what score is bad, because it depends on what you need. If you need a 7, 7 is a good score for you, right? But just for you to think about, the if you need a 6, it means that your upper intermediate means you're fluent. A 7 would mean your English is academic. Okay, so I do think 7 is a good score. If someone tells me they got a 7 overall on the IELTS test, what comes to my mind is, oh, this person is quite fluent. Okay, so I have to take the academic test before October. Cool. So my course might work for you. My course might work for you. Yeah, that will give you like 3 months to study. Yeah. Uh-huh. I think so. Yeah. And then if I join your course, can I academic? Okay, okay, you're doing academic. Cool. Doing academic. Nice. Okay, you're doing the academic one. Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my recommendation for now would be maybe send me a message later. Join my workshop. Okay, you can join my workshop, and then we can talk more. Actually, I really like your hairstyle. Really, guys, my hair. Yeah, it's my hair is growing slowly, growing. So yeah, so it's been a little bit complex, but yeah, thank you. You like my hairstyle. I always say that my hair every day it's different. I don't know if you notice. If you have been joining me every day, yeah, my hair has its own personality, if you know what I mean. But thank you for the compliment. Thank you. All right, okay. Cool, guys. Lots of questions today. So cool. All right, even about my hair, that's nice. Okay. Any other questions? Matthias said, I like your style. Thank you, Matthias. Thank you. I'd say that my style is to help you guys. Okay, my style is to help you guys. Another question here. Uh, how much is your course? I have to talk to my team about that one. Okay, I have to talk to my team. Okay, I have to get back to you on that one. Okay, I have to talk to my team about that. Okay, all right. What's in yeah, so just send me, you can send me an email. Okay, Fabi at fabienglish.com. You can send me an email if you want to get more information about the course. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. All right. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions for me? No? All right. Okay. So today we talked about weaknesses. Okay. Okay. So Luisa said, I finished making a pathway 3.1 and C1. What is 3.1? No, 3. I know C1, but no 3.1. Okay. Yeah. So C1 would be a 7.5 on the Ielts test. Okay. C1 is a 7. Depending on where you want to go, 7.5. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, yeah. So just make sure you know the score you need before you start your IELTS journey. Okay. Just make sure you know the score you need. All right. All right. Go. So, yeah. So, again, make sure you focus on your weaknesses. Make sure you know what you're doing wrong and you improve that. All right. Always that you need a 7. Yeah. 7 is a C1. Yeah. 7 is a C1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I will be going. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, actually, I'll be back tonight. Okay. So if you are in the WhatsApp group for the IELTS booster, go ahead and join me tonight for another one. Okay. All right. So see you tonight or tomorrow. Okay. Bye.